can the Prime Minister tell Canadians if he's expecting a reduced or zero shipment from Moderna on the week of February 22nd?
It was going to be a massive challenge for companies around the world to develop and produce a vaccine that didn't exist yet when we were signing these contracts last summer. That's why we signed so many different contracts for so many potential doses for Canadians to ensure that we would be able to get Canadians vaccinated regardless of challenges or, yes, fluctuations in the week-to-week delivery
for Edmonton West.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. And point of order arising a question period. Earlier, the Deputy Prime Minister was crowing about how much better the Canadian job market was doing in recovery compared to our colleagues in the U.S. With the House's permission, I'd like to table an OECD report that actually shows the U.S. has recovered 33% better.
Okay. We're getting into debate, but the honourable member does want to present a paper or table a paper. Do we have all those opposed to the honourable member moving the motion will please say nay. Nay. Unfortunately, we don't have unanimous consent.
BC Economic Development Agency for BC people by BC people.
The honourable member for Calgary Centre.
Mr. Speaker, Enbridge is spending $8 billion modernizing Line 3, Canada's main oil transportation link to the United States, since it was approved by President Obama in 2016. The final section to be upgraded is being challenged by the same activists that moved the new U.S. president to cancel Keystone XL. The Prime Minister recently spoke with the U.S. administration about energy security without any specifics. Before more environmentally destructive policies are decided in a void of real information, will the Prime Minister commit to getting specific on pipelines with the U.S. administration?
Honourable Minister.
Mr. Speaker, we approved the Line 3 replacement project, and we did that in order to create good middle-class jobs. Line 3, it's a mixed service line. It carries heavy, sweet, light, and high sour blends of crude from Hardisty in Alberta to Superior, Wisconsin. Construction on the project is complete. It's operational on the Canadian side. Ambassador Hillman has underscored the importance of this line to both state and federal level officials in the U.S. We support our oil and gas workers, Mr. Speaker. We will continue to advocate for projects that support North American energy security. Thank you.
Honourable member for Calgary Centre.
Mr. Speaker, these are verbal assurances, and verbal assurances leading to no results are not worth the salaries of the storytellers hired to write them. What Canada needs is action, not stories. Canadian energy workers are receiving an ongoing legacy of failure from this government. Northern Gateway, Energy East, Trans Mountain, Tech Frontier, Keystone XL, and now Enbridge Line 3 and Line 5. When will this government stand up for the people it claims to represent and take action to protect their jobs?
Honourable Minister.
Mr. Speaker, let me go through another list, one based on facts. TMX, we approved it. We're building it. More than 7,000 jobs created so far. Line 3, we approved it. Another 7,000 jobs created. NGTL 2021, we approved it, thousands of jobs to be created. LNG Canada, we're building it, thousands of jobs. Orphan and inactive wells, $1.7 billion, thousands of jobs created. And the wage subsidy, more than 500,000 workers kept in their jobs in a pandemic in Alberta alone. That is our record, Mr. Speaker.
The honourable member for Sarnia-Lambton.
Mr. Speaker, the Prime Minister keeps sidestepping the question about what he will personally do to support Line 5. We know of efforts by others in the government to keep Line 5 open, but we need the Prime Minister to show direct leadership here. Does he not understand the impact this will have to jobs in Sarnia-Lambton, Ontario, Quebec, and Alberta? When will the Prime Minister pick up the phone and call his American counterparts about Line 5?
Honourable Minister.
Indeed, Mr. Speaker, we take this issue very seriously. Line 5 is vital to our energy security. It's a line that is a critical economic and energy security link between Canada and the United States, and it has safely operated for over 65 years. It provides good-paying, middle-class jobs for thousands of workers at refineries and in the members' riding in Sarnia, also in Montreal and Lévis, Quebec. I can assure this House we are looking at all our options. Line 5 is a vital pipeline for Canada's energy security. We will continue to advocate for it. Thank you.
The honourable member for Sarnia-Lambton.
Well, Mr. Speaker, it's clear that the Natural Resource Minister supports Line 5, but the Prime Minister is abdicating his responsibility here. He isn't answering questions. He isn't taking personal accountability. When will he pick up the phone and ask President Biden to intervene to keep Line 5 open?
The honourable minister.
Mr. Speaker, we are working every day on this issue. Line 5, as I said, it is vital for Canada's energy security. Ambassador Hillman is making the case in Washington. Consul General Comer is making the case in Detroit and in Lansing. The Minister of Transport raised it with his counterpart, Transport Secretary Buttigieg, yesterday. The Prime Minister raised the importance of North American energy security with Vice President Harris. I will be raising this issue with the incoming U.S. Energy Secretary as soon as she is confirmed. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
L'honorable député d'Avignon-Lamitis-Matane.
The honourable member for Avignon-Lamitis-Matane-Matavisia. Mr. Speaker, the only real way to stop COVID from spreading, COVID variants from spreading, is to vaccinate, but we can't vaccinate because